All right, this is why a hatch pop, a remote trunk release, is totally useless on a Magnum. Now, Magnums, you can't open it until you get under there and touch the thingamabob. Now, let's say I had a remote hatch, right? I had a button on my remote. I push the button, and it'll make this sound. Okay, it's popped. But I still can't open it. Still can't open it because there's a safety. They don't want it popping open that easily. So what I have to do is hit the button again, hold it, and then I lift up. Excuse the jump. So for you to have a remote control and pop it, it does nothing for you. You still got to come back here, hit the switch again manually. You can't just pop the trunk on these things. Something has to be pressing up on it. Now, the reason a strut can't do it, no matter how strong it is, if you look at the struts, the way they're mounted, right? This mount here, when it's closed, is perfectly in line with this mount here and pretty much the hinge of the trunk. This is the arc that it swings on. So we close it and you can see it's gonna be flat. It's gonna be almost perfectly parallel. No matter how much power that strut has, it cannot start the upward motion. It's only pressing out this way. You know what I mean? So these are new struts. Once it gets out about this far and you get some tension, you actually start to get tension on the arc. See, there's a little bit of difference here now. So this is where it really could start pushing. I'm gonna let go of it. And it goes up. Now, if it was pushing hard enough to actually start it moving from down here, which I don't even think is possible, because basically it's pushing straight out. The hatch has to go up. The strut's pushing straight out. So as it gets about right here, then it starts an active force. Because, like, for instance, if I only lift it up this far, it closes again. Because it's the same pressure, it's the same spring in there, but it'll close right back. See, I let go of it, it closes. Now, if I lift it up like this to where the angle changes, and now it's starting to, it's not the same. It's not laying flat with this angle anymore. It's starting to make some distance here. So now you're getting the triangulation. And then it starts to kind of push. And now I let go of it, totally let go of it, and it goes up. Because this much angle difference now gives it a little power, lets the power work. It just can't work when it's laying flat like that. So if this was a power servo operated hatch, if they actually did that, you would have to mount this part here, like down here. It would have to be kind of like hanging a little bulge right here. And it would have to be mounted like this far away from this hinge. It would have to, because that's the geometry. That's what geometry, that's how it works. This is your beginning angle right here. This is the center point of the arc that this end makes. That's the angle. So, power servo would have to start also a little bit south of this location. You'd have to come down a little bit, mount it like in here somewhere. So that way it would be already making like a little A right here when it's closed. That way the servo could start pushing up. Now, maybe there is a servo motor that's strong enough to push from an almost parallel position like this, but it would have to be controlled. It couldn't just be a spring. It would have to be a motor that spins like a jack screw so that it wouldn't slam this thing up. Because by the time it gets here, it doesn't take a whole lot of power to push it all the way up. So this is a heavy ass hatch too. So that is probably why they don't have it. And mind you, if they did have a power operated trunk on a Magnum, if it was possible to open it, you would have to put a power servo in there, one side or both sides. Then you'd have to have some other mechanism to hit this switch and hold it open. Damn, you know what? You'd have to hit the switch and hold it open long enough, because you see it closes back if you don't lift it. I just noticed it did that. I didn't even realize it did that. If you hit the switch and don't lift, even if I hold it open, you hear it click, goes back. I have to hit the switch again to get it to open. So you'd have to have something to hold it open long enough to let the hatch start to open before that kickback closes. It's just a serious amount of work that needs to be done for that to happen.